All right, it says we're going live, so I guess we're going live with our friends on Twitter and on YouTube. Now I gotta bring in the Facebook crew, so we do that. They get a little countdown on theirs. It goes 3, 2, 1. You guys just pop up, and there's the people on Facebook. Happy Monday, everybody! Glad you're hanging out with us. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. Ready to have some good Monday night conversation, and we'll go as long as the conversation is good. If you are just joining us, you know what to do. The early arrivals, you give us thumbs up, you give us hearts, you let us know the audio is good, the video is good, that you can share that with other people, invite them along for the ride. It's always fun to have more people along for the ride. Today and every day, if you're on Twitter and you're on the YouTube feed, you use the text line 806-772-0197. That's 806-772-0197 here on the Raiderland text line. Our friends on the Facebook Live broadcast, you use the talking box, the say something box. And indeed, Craig, the talking box is on. Michael is watching. Craig getting in there. Damon jumping in there. And we look forward to hearing from you guys on a variety of subjects. It is Monday, though. That means it's Helmet Sticker Day. There are many helmet stickers. There's only one coveted Raiderland helmet sticker. Anyone and everyone in the world of sports and otherwise who deserves a little recognition gets a helmet sticker. Who's going to get your helmet stickers tonight? We're talking hometowns. All this old Jason Aldean. By the way, it's just not a very good song. That's the problem. It's a Jason Aldean song. Shh, don't tell me. Got me thinking about hometowns, big, small, and in between. Tell us about your hometowns. Let's celebrate the hometowns. Where were you born? And what was the population there in the town where you were born? Let's see the smallest town, the biggest town. I had to do a little quick research on mine just to make sure I had it right. I was pretty right. After that, anything and everything you want to talk about. The fallout from the Pac-12 media days. A lot of people saying this is the week Colorado makes the jump. We'll see. The Big 12, everybody's just quiet now, waiting to get their practices started next week. Oh, and waiting to take over Colorado and Arizona. Then there's the Northwestern hazing scandal, which will cost the ACC their commissioner. Book it, bet on it. The ACC will be looking for a commissioner within the next 6 months. Hi there, Celia. Hi there, Gary. Glad you're out there. Let's do this in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt. TheRaiderland.com is the website. You start your morning with us with the question of the day and other items of interest. And we love it when you guys weigh in there. Question of the day. It's always cool to see what kind of answers you got to set the table for the evening. We're coming to you from the Arctic Air Studio, so hopefully your air is Arctic. If not, you call the Bear. CallTheBear.com. Have it on speed dial if you need it. Hopefully you don't. Veteran owned and operated. Tell my man Shane hello when you call him there at the Bear. Also brought to you by Kyle Rogers, the official realtor in Raiderland. He's with Remax. He's got properties that he's selling. He can help you buy properties. See, that's how that works. Buying, selling, buying. He's Kyle Rogers. Check out his website, good Facebook page, a lot of good stuff. And then you can find the listings that matter to you, or you can get a hold of him and say, hey, I want you to sell my house. Also brought to you by our friends at South Plains College. That's right. We welcome South Plains College into Raiderland. A lot of great Texas Tech careers have started in Levelland. You might say the road to Raiderland runs through Levelland. They're now enrolling for fall classes. If you are looking to take some classes, or perhaps you have a student in the family, we advise you to check out what they're doing over there in Levelland. Who knows, your career may start as a Texan and end up as a Red Raider or Lady Raider. Some of the greatest Lady Raiders and Red Raiders of all time. Right there, playing at the Texan Dome, running track, you know. So hello there to SPC. All right, let's get it going. Who's getting your helmet stickers tonight? Get going on the text line, 806-772-0197. Anything and everything that's on your mind. As I said, this is going to be conversation driven by y'all tonight. So you better bring it strong, or we'll just get back in there and start watching more mindless TV and get ready for tomorrow's show and everything else. Now, we will start off. Let's see, helmet stickers. Who's going to get their first helmet sticker? We'll go with the Air Raiders. In the basketball tournament in Lubbock, Texas, this past week into the weekend, of course, the finals were on Sunday involving the Enchantment, not Warlocks, as we were led to believe, and not Wizards, but a team of players from Mexico against Bleed Green, the North Texas team. And the North Texas team poleaxed them after the Enchantment took care of Texas Tech there on Friday night. But you had top 10 crowds all time for the basketball tournament there on Wednesday and Friday. And I still had people telling me into the weekend, hey, the attendance would have been bigger, but I had to go see Hamilton. The touring production of the Broadway musical Hamilton in Lubbock, for those who don't know. And apparently there were many, many people, they'll remain nameless, who had to go see Hamilton as opposed to going to the game. Now, I have no idea whether it cut into 200 or 2,000. But I'm proud that we live in a community where a Broadway musical hurts Summer League basketball. Which also, if you read my 5 Things We Know in a Sunday column, 78.3% of all people at a off-Broadway musical are there because they believe the person next to them wants to be there, which if you do the math, yeah. There, Ben, Danny, glad you're out there. So helmet sticker to the Air Raiders, obviously not the outcome that they wanted, and then they said as much when it was all said and done. I think it's still pretty impressive that you can throw these guys together in a few short days and anything resembling quality basketball. And you had some really good quality basketball at all these games. I think also it might have been a wake-up call. If not a wake-up call, that's wrong. That's the wrong way to put it. Hi there, Weston. Good to see you out there. And you guys that are watching on Twitter and on YouTube, you can jump in on the text line, 806-772-0197. Start handing out your Raiderland helmet stickers. Sports or non-sports, who deserves recognition tonight? Tell us about your hometown. Where are you from? I think it might have been an eye-opener a bit, not a wake-up call, but an eye-opener maybe to fans who hadn't really paid attention to the basketball tournament before about just how good the quality of play is. You know? It's high-level play. These guys are almost all, if not professional players currently, at some point had at least a cup of coffee, or they were elite college basketball players. So, and again, the brand of basketball is really good. What'd you guys think of the Elam Indians? They get my first helmet sticker of the week. Craig says when you're paying over $125 for a ticket to Hamilton, it's hard not to go. Yeah, but you know what? I mean, come on. Isn't it like going to watch the movie Titanic? You know how it ends. Boat sinks. You know how Hamilton ends. Aaron Burr shoots him. He doesn't throw away his shot, as many people did in the duels of the day. Yeah, so we know what was going to happen. You know, if you like this shirt, you can get them and more like them at Boot City, One Money Saving Mile, outside the West Loop on 19th Street. They're on the Level End Highway. Hi there, Randy. Glad you're watching. So, yeah, really good crowds. Everybody I talked to had a great experience. I didn't talk to any single person who felt like they didn't have a good experience and it wasn't worth their time. Dude, you're too yoked up, man. You're too muscled up. You can't wear this one. You need it like an XL or something, Weston. Too muscled up. You wouldn't be able to get this one on. Michael, is the Broadway play actually historically accurate? That's a very good, prescient question. I have not seen it. In my modicum of research, they take some liberties with it, romanticizing certain aspects of the Hamiltonian democracy, overlooking other aspects of it. I would say it would be quite the boring musical if it were incredibly 100% completely historically accurate. It is, again, an entertainment vehicle about an old dead guy who should have jumped out of the way. How about the Texas Rangers helmet sticker for them? They're supposed to be not winning now. They're still winning. They're still getting stuff. Cheyenne Frontier Days. Can I get a helmet sticker for that? Danny's going to give a helmet sticker to Zach Thomas for finally getting that gold jacket in just under 2 weeks. Is that a late sticker or an early one? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They had the video over the weekend of him opening up the box there at home. Isn't it amazing how many cameras follow Zach Thomas around to catch all of these intimate, special moments? His wife must really hate some of this stuff. No, there you go. All right, we got enough folks on right now. I want to get some hometown action rolling here. The whole Jason Aldean song, which is just it shouldn't be boycotted or anything over the video or what all the. No, it's just Jason. It's a Jason Aldean song, so that should be enough to do that. Go listen to Josh Abbott if you want to hear a good song about my town. Anyhow, it did get me thinking about hometowns. You can text in, by the way, 806-772-0197 if you're on Twitter and YouTube. Use the Raiderland text line, just like the radio show, and to give us your thoughts today on who gets your helmet stickers, sports or non-sports, those deserving a little recognition. We do that. You also, we're doing any topics really pretty much. I'm limited. They keep making it harder and harder for me to give you all the topics I want to give you. So just assume you tune in every day, and we'll start blowing through different topics, and we'll get to what we can get to, all right? We'll do the best we can to get to that. So use the text line if you're on YouTube. If you hadn't signed up for our YouTube channel, you need to do that. 806-772-0197. Texter on the text line, which is where the cool texters are. Helmet sticker to Gio, I assume that is Robert Giovanetti, for keeping the best tech logo has ever had in the field. I believe you mean on the field. And be respectful, it's Giovanetti, Mr. Giovanetti. And it really wasn't his call. It was above the pay grade. It's not the best logo. It should be replaced. It should be replaced with the real double T, the Hemmen and Hawn, the Brandon and this and that, and just, grab a nut and say, and we're not changing it, no matter what Hyatt wants. We all know it's about me. We all know that this is a one-sided war led by me against Texas Tech athletics since 1999-2000. I will not waver. I will not submit. I will not give up. I will not give in. This will return. It will be on helmets. It will be on the field. I'll fight them on the beaches and I'll fight them on the streets, whatever I have to do. Yeah, they, what was that? Was that Friday when that came out? I can't remember whether it was Friday or over the weekend. Don Williams had the story in the Avalanche Journal, LubbockOnline.com. They showed what the what the artificial surface is going to be painted like. I'm good with the black. The lettering, the font in the end zone, I could work with that. Maybe a little bit. The black outline is okay. There are some people wanting the red in the end zone. I don't know. All in all, it's hard to screw it up because you've got good colors to work with, and it's pretty much not going to look bad no matter what you do. It's going to look good. Biggest thing is just make sure that green is dark enough green, because Texas Tech has had a problem with artificial turf over the years baking out quickly, and it becomes almost this yellowish color even on TV. If you go back literally through the decades, you can almost immediately tell it's a Texas Tech turf, and I don't know why. So make it darker. Where can you find it? What are you trying to find, Albert? You tell me, and I'll tell you where you can find it. Changed to the 3D double T for the sole purpose of wanting to look new and cool, but it was wildly unimpressive. Go back to the traditional solid red. Yeah. Born and raised in Lubbock. There's a hometown. So what was the population? What was the population of the hometown, your hometown? Tell us about your hometown. We're talking about that. I was born in Amarillo. Stayed there for 5-6 years, moved to Canyon. Amarillo was about 145,000 when I was born in the late 60s there. About 145,000. Canyon, which I don't really consider the hometown, but I grew up there. Great town to grow up in, was right at 10,000. What the field will look like. Go to, it's either Texas, you can find it either at texastech.com or you can find it at Lubbock Online. They have a great story. Off the text line, 806-772-0197. Are you guys sharing this, by the way? Inviting people to come in, telling them on Twitter, telling them on Facebook, YouTube how to do that. Hit the share button, bring them in. Can't see your comments live on Twitter and YouTube. Use the Raiderland text line, 806-772-0197 off the text line. Hyatt Yarn alone in the original double T battle. Lauren Motter has been a big proponent of level of bevel. She didn't even go to Tech, and she just gets it. Yes, she is a wise, wise child, that young anchor over there at KMAC 28. She gets it. implicitly with former Big 12 school, soon to be Big 12 school, Colorado. I didn't realize, I thought she just like worked in Colorado or something. Apparently she's like a Colorado native. So here's DeLauren, Rocky Mountain High. You know, I've seen it rain a fire in the sky. I have. Danny, hometown is Lubbock, but spent a dozen summers with my grandparents in Horatios, Arkansas. Horatios, Arkansas. Population less than 700. I feel like we're on Hee-Haw now. Salute. Horatios, Arkansas. Just over 1,000 a day. Hometowns. Talking about hometowns. Josh Abbott, you sing about your town, I'll sing about mine. Yeah, well, it's somewhere in Arkansas that's a little, you know, blank of a town. So there you go. So many different towns we can get to before we get out of here tonight. Let's see, off theraiderland.com, you've got El Paso. We had an El Paso native going in there. Talking about the changes in El Paso over the years. I guess, yeah, El Paso has changed depending on when you were born. Fine international city, that El Paso. Handing out Raiderland helmet stickers today. Did that one. Yeah, why not, Brian? We'll give one to Brian Harmon winning the Claret Jug there, the Open Championship. When did we get so uppity that we've got to say the Open Championship? The British Open. It's the British Open. Horatio. Trace, born in La Mesa, right around 10,000. La Mesa's probably been 10,000 for like 50 years now. Randy calls San Antonio hometown. Dad coached all over the state, ended up at Quanah. Maybe 3,500 now might be. It was maybe 3,500 now might be 1,500. Danny's having just a hell of a time. Everybody root for Danny. Just trying. There you go. Horatio. I don't know what the ratio to the first part is to the others, but hopefully it's about 1-to-1. Damon calling Bridgeport, not Bridgeport, Bridgeport, the hometown. December 70th, population around 3,000. Wonder what Bridgeport is now. Put comments and questions in the title that still know what you mean. Dang it! Okay. I corrected that, and then it auto corrects back to that. Hell, everybody knows. I've got the worst autocorrect that I think I've corrected it. Do you guys have that problem too? Where you go back and you're trying to do something. Yeah, Danny. And you'll hit the little X and it freezes it. And then you start going again and it goes, oh, well, he must have been kidding. And it reverts back to whatever it was. Well, I'm glad you have your questions and comments. Lubbock, approximately 175,077, give or take. Textures on the text line. Born and raised in Gun Barrel City, the fish are biting. Cedar Creek and Lake Palestine. Beautiful Gun Barrel City. Home of the Smoking Peacemakers. Let's see. Born in Dallas. When number 11 quarterbacked the Dallas Cowboys. Like actually Dallas? Like really, really Dallas, like the city of Dallas, or one of the myriad of suburbs? Hey, you know, a lot of people say, yeah, it's easy. Where are you from? Dallas. Oh, okay. Well, where did you go to school? Oh, yeah, you know, wherever. Stuff like that. I get it. I totally. Maybe you actually were born in Dallas. The text line available for if you're on YouTube and on Twitter Live. That way we can see your live comments. 806-772-0197. Is he fourth? I don't know that he's fourth best. Sleepy Lakewood. Bridgeport, as of the 2020, is 5,923 proud souls. Bridgeport, Texas. A handy stopping off point, depending on where you are. Get your helmet stickers out. Anything else you want to talk about? We're in that little stretch right here where you're not going to have a whole lot probably come out for Texas Tech in the next few days. The report date is the 3rd. You hope it's quiet this week. You really hope nothing's going on other than the conference realignment. Colorado announcing on Wednesday. It'll leak out Wednesday night. They'll have something Thursday about formally applying to the Big 12 for membership after George Klavkow finally says, I have nothing. We have no deal here. We're never going to have a deal. We were never going to have a deal. Do I use iPhone or Android? iPhone. With Android, you check mark, it confirms yes, I want that. So yeah, the iPhone does the same type thing. Hit that, and then if you don't do it properly, sometimes it'll just, once you start typing again, it'll go back and it'll go right back to whatever it was. Randy George Dunham thinks number 11 was the best Cowboys quarterback ever. What can I say? The General Musers are old. They're tired. They're worn out. They've outlived their welcome, much like most of 1310 The Ticket. Stay hard is merely a dream, my friends. It had to end someday. Danny Helmet Sticker. To Sleepy Creepy Joe Biden for correctly pronouncing a 2-syllable word last week. Wow, that's harsh. Man, did not see that one coming. Totally out of left field right there. And how do you know he got it right? What's the smallest town we've got anybody today calling a hometown? Born in hometown. I try to make the distinction, particularly if you're from a small town, you might have had to go to a big town to be born in. So I would give credit, what you want to consider your quote hometown. I gotta give it up for Amarillo. I mean, I still feel quite an affinity for my panhandle people up there. I think I spent enough time to count that. I think it should. It should anyways. What was it, Amarillo? Was it Methodist Hospital? I think it was Methodist Hospital. I think that's where I was born up there. Texters are on the text line 806-772-0197. Will the Freak overtake the Ticket once McDowell and Kemp's non-compete expires? I think they can probably fight that non-compete in court. I don't think it'll last as long as people think it will. And then the answer to that will be no. Probably not. Not being just a huge devout analyzer of the Metroplex sports market, I don't see it happening. That station is a really muddled format station. They've got their own problems. Those guys are doing what some other people are doing and realizing, wow, digital is where it's at. I can do radio without being on a radio station. I don't have to be on a radio station to do radio. I don't have to be on a TV station to do TV. I don't have to work at a newspaper to do writing. And that was the end-all, be-all on why they are not at the Ticket now. The fight that they had with Cumulus over, we would call them third-tier rights, maybe, in the world of college athletics, is they wanted to control, their outside writing, their outside marks and everything else, because they realized what kind of brand they have and how much they're getting screwed by Cumulus on this deal. So long answer, no, I don't think, even if they end up over on the Freak or whatever they end up doing, I think the Pat McAfee, as I say, you don't have to be on radio to do radio. Pat McAfee going to ESPN radio and whatever. He's not really on radio. He just happens to be getting paid a whole lot by ESPN, and they've got to put something on there. So they're figuring it out. Let's see, Danny. The Army is going to station you back in El Paso in November. All right. Headed back to El Paso. Born in Carrollton. Parents moved to Lubbock when I was 4. They even brought me with them. Well, they didn't know you well yet. Lubbock, your hometown. Yeah. Carrollton, you're born in town. Taking the over or under on Cowboys wins. You tell me what the number is. You establish the number, and I'll tell you whether I'm taking the over or the under on it. You can't answer the question without knowing what the number is. Slight shade to the over. I think that 9.5 number is probably priced pretty good. They'll be right around it. I think they could be a 10-win team. We'll see. Who are the Giants going to be this year? And if Saquon Barkley really does decide to lay out for a long time, how much will that hurt them within the division? And would you catch when did the Cowboys play the Giants? I don't have the Cowboys schedule memorized or anything else. Be great if you could catch them in one of the early games. I don't think the Cowboys have them early. It's not a great division by any stretch of the imagination. Slight to the 10, although you're just a Dak Prescott, whatever freaky injury away from being right there at 9. and under. Game 1 is against the Giants. Okay, yeah, it really helps the Cowboys then, because I think Saquon going to try to pull an Emmitt Smith there and back him into it and go, hey, look how much I really mean to you. Well, the NFL running backs really strike. I'd be cool if they did, because it wouldn't matter. And it would prove the point that these running backs must not have taken economics when they were in college toting the rock, that their position, it's pure economics. I mean, if they really go on strike, one, it'd be stupid. But two, it would just prove the point that I can run an NFL offense without a single running back. I can do it. You think Christian McCaffrey's going on strike? I don't think so. But anyhow, it is a position that's become completely devalued. It is a position that I can run numerous people at during the course of the year. There are very few legitimate difference makers at the running back position. And even the best one struggles. Let's try this again for our English-speaking audience. Even the best running backs in the NFL struggle to be 3-down impact guys. That a lot of those guys, they either can't pass pro or won't. They can't catch passes, and they become very limited in a liability in a down and distance situation. So now you've got guys that get beat up and get hurt all the time. They have a very short lifespan, and you can't have them on the field 35% of the time. Again, a lot of NFL running backs didn't take economics. It's not my fault. He should have played another position. Yeah, and he shouldn't have, as we all know, shouldn't have gotten that contract. It was a bad NFL contract by a guy prone to do bad contracts, although that seemed to have been reined in, which gives credence to the idea that Jerry Jones really isn't doing much except going on ESPN radio there and doing a radio show. That really, Stephen Jones is the one running the show there, completely 100% now. So where are you from? Where's your hometown? Hi there, Coach. You know, we may have a winner for small town, hometown. Population of your hometown when you were born. We're doing that today, having some fun. Jason Aldean got nothing on us. In your questions or comments, no matter how it ended up getting garbled in the headline, we'll take those for a few more minutes. We got about another 4 minutes. Handing out Raiderland Helmet Stickers. Make helmet stickers great again. Early 80s, Texas Tech had these giant white stickers with the Mask Rider double T logo on them. And they had to make them really big because the teams were pretty bad. So there was not a great chance of handing out a lot of stickers. So the bigger you made them, it looked like, wow, that guy's making a lot of plays. And they really weren't. That'd be cool. Now, if we want to bring back the helmet stickers, that'd be cool. Hometown Lubbock. What was the population in Lubbock when you were born? The running back supply and demand issue. You can get what you need. Running back 5th, 6th, 7th. Absolutely, 100%. This is not the NFL up through the 1990s, where if you were a running back coming out of college and you had any sort of functionality, you were going in the 1st or 2nd round or the 3rd round. Times have changed. Yeah, but it's summertime. It gives ESPN and all these people something to talk about. But truly, it's economics, man. Go do something else. Learn how to be a cover corner. Go do that, you know. Learn how to do that. Go make some money. Be a left tackle. Go make some money. Be an edge rusher. Be Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson sitting there going, I'm going to get mine. Go do that. It's not a good time to be a running back. That sounds like a bad musical. No Time for Running Backs. Starring Don Knotts and Andy Griffith. No Time for Running Backs. If anybody gets the reference, good for you. Before we get out of here, you got a chance, a few more weigh-ins on your hometowns. Where were you born? What was the population? What's the biggest town, smallest town? Pop was 149, says Albert, when he was born there. Yeah, learn how to be a defensive end. It's a good job if you can get it. It's good work if you can get it. Either that or a deep snapper. Man, that's a deal. Get to be a deep snapper. What else y'all got for me tonight before we get out of here? Appreciate everybody. Love you guys on the YouTube channel that are chiming in. Everybody getting in on the text line, 806-772-0197. Twitter live as well. A lot of people watch the replay. We appreciate the replay people. You can watch the replay and get you some Domino's pizza. Get that app for Domino's. Make ordering pizza easy, fun, and fast. You can do that. Was Dale Hellestrey the best deep snapper? He might be. What was it? Was it Hellestrey or was it who? There's like a family that had like 3 brothers at one time that were all in the NFL as deep snappers. They played catch like any other family. They just threw it between their legs. Cannot remember who that was. That was going back, I think, into the 90s, somewhere in through there maybe. But yeah, you guys can get a little Domino's pizza tonight. Watch the replay. If you got in late, that's cool. We understand. Life happens. Needs to cool down below about 95 degrees. Maybe I can go out tonight and get some steps. I have not seen the Netflix series Quarterback. I'm just now working my way through 1883. You think I got time to see Quarterback? I keep hearing good things about it. I'm not anti, not going to watch it if I get a chance to. Well, that was the deep snappers. I'm afraid to even say that out loud. That looks dirty. Are you sure that's a name, or is that like something you do on a third date? I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm still working my way through 1883, so I'll get to Quarterback. I've heard it's pretty good. Yeah, they had, and I heard that they didn't make Lubbock look, all horrible, and that they didn't trot out the tumbleweeds too much and the dirt storms and everything else. So God love them for that. It's a good thing. Good if you can get it. All right, we'll shut it down for tonight. That's not bad. You guys did pretty good. You guys are doing good. I appreciate you jumping in here in July. A lot of people think this is, nothing going on, nothing happening out there. You guys are disproving that with the huge audience numbers that you're putting up, that we're generating at theraiderland.com, and what you're doing for all of our great clients. The latrine salute in No Time for Sergeants. We got one there. We finally got one. Very good. Nicely done, Craig. But yeah, you guys just continue to grow what we're doing here each and every day. You help out by putting this on Facebook and Twitter and wherever you can share it on social media. And it means a lot to us. We'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday. Be good. With the audience numbers as huge as Hamilton. Bigger than Hamilton. All right, we got to say goodbye first to the folks on YouTube and on Twitter Live.